Good day and welcome to the Red Corner Show. I am Dr. Shamila Ramjawan, host of the Red Corner Show, founder of the Princess D Menstrual Cup and the Olympus International Awards, as well as the lead author of the world's first anthology series, Watering the Seed: Stories of Personal Growth. You can get volumes 1 and 2 on Amazon right now, and our power-packed volume 3 will be released on the 4th of July, 2026. As we count down to our official launch, we are sharing exclusive interviews with our contributing authors. Joining me today is Dr. Rania Lampou from Greece, whose contribution is featured as Chapter 32, Impact Beyond Classrooms. Dr. Rania Lampou is a multi-awarded STEM instructor, global academician, ICT teacher trainer, researcher, author, motivational speaker, founder of humanitarian projects, and a global peace ambassador in Greece. She currently works at the Greek Ministry of Education, Religious Affairs and Sports, and is also a STEM instructor at the Greek Astronomy and Space Society. Welcome, Dr. Rania.
Well, greetings from Greece, from Athens. Thank you so much for the invitation, and I would like to congratulate you on this amazing publication, Watering the Seed, this amazing book, inspiring book. I'm very honored to be part of this book, and I'm sure that today we'll have a wonderful discussion about this.
I'm really looking forward to our conversation.
Yes, I'm very excited for this. Thank you.
Dr. Rania, what inspired you to be a part of Watering the Seed: Stories of Personal Growth, and why did you find it is the right time to share your story?
Yes, actually, when I first heard about this book, I immediately felt a deep connection with its message because the title itself touched me. Since growth, much like a seed, is often invisible before it becomes visible. People usually notice the flowers, the achievements, the awards, or the outcomes, but they rarely see the roots being formed underground. The struggles, the uncertainties, the silent perseverance, the inner transformation that happen long before success becomes visible. And this resonated deeply with me because my own journey has never been defined only by accomplishments. People may see the national awards, the global collaborations. I'm part of over 200 organizations. I'm collaborating with many teachers, educators around the world. The leadership roles, educational initiatives. I have been designing and implementing the national projects all around the world, especially for underprivileged children in Africa and Asia. All these initiatives across different countries, but behind every visible success, there were years of quiet effort, moments of self-doubt, of sacrifices, of challenges, continuous commitment to purpose. So this has to do with how I grew up. I grew up believing that education has the power to transform lives because I experienced firsthand how knowledge can become a source of strength and hope. My childhood was not always easy, but those early experiences taught me resilience. They taught me that difficult circumstances do not define our future. Our response to them does. And looking back now, I realized that every obstacle became part of my foundation. Every challenge planted a seed. And over the years, my journey expanded in ways I could never imagine. I moved from traditional classrooms into global STEM initiatives, humanitarian projects, astronomy programs, neuroscience research, educational work reaching children in refugee camps here in Greece, oncology hospitals, underserved communities around the world. So I witnessed children facing extraordinary hardships who still possessed an incredible desire to learn. And those that were thirsty to learn. And these experiences transformed me profoundly because I discovered that success is not measured by titles, it was measured by impact. And I also learned that growth is not a straight path. We often imagine personal growth as climbing upward. But in reality, it is much more human than that. I mean that it's something that involves setbacks, it involves moments of exhaustion. I have to say that I have been hospitalized also for tiredness, extreme tiredness. It's about exhaustive periods where progress feels invisible. And yet, often these hidden seasons come the most transformative parts of our story. So this felt like the right time to share my journey because I have reached a stage now where I see success differently. Early in life, I focused more on achievement and milestones. Today, I focus more on contribution, on purpose, on legacy, on collaboration. I believe that many people, especially young people, women in STEM, educators, individuals pursuing meaningful dreams, sometimes feel pressure to appear strong, perfect, or successful all the time. But real growth rarely looks perfect. I mean, real growth is messy, it's emotional, it's deeply human, and I want to participate in this book because I hope readers see more than a success story. I hope they see possibility, potential, and if my story can help someone understand that uncertainty does not mean failure, that difficult beginnings do not limit futures, or that purpose can emerge even from challenges, then sharing my journey becomes meaningful. Because ultimately, stories are powerful, not because they celebrate extraordinary people. They are powerful because they remind ordinary people that extraordinary transformation is possible. And perhaps that is what watering the seed truly represents, nurturing potential, believing in growth because before it becomes visible, and trusting that even the smallest seed, when given care, courage, and purpose, can one day change the world.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for trusting this platform with your story.
Yes.
You spoke about your core message of the chapter and how you want readers to reflect and what they can take away from this. What can you tell us about your defining moment in your journey that shaped your story and who you are today? I know you touched on it a little bit as well.
Yes, there have been many meaningful moments throughout my journey, but if I had to identify one defining moment that truly shaped who I am today, it will not be an award ceremony or a global recognition or standing on the national stage. It was a much quieter moment, one that transformed actually my whole career and my understanding of education, of purpose, and human potential. Early in my teaching journey, we're talking about the period where nobody knew what is STEM. It was 2016. Here in Greece, I had the opportunity to participate in a very innovative program organized by CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. So during this program, I had to teach particle physics to students of 7 to 11 years old, so primary school students. Particle physics, it was something which was very pioneering and extremely challenging. What were the challenges that I had to redesign the curriculum because particle physics is not included primary education in any country. I had to deal with children from underprivileged regions, so sometimes I had to pay from my own pocket, my own salary, the materials and the projects. I had to convince parents about the value of STEM. STEM, this period was totally unknown. And had parents who told me why my student, why my child at the age of 7 years old has to learn particle physics. So I had to convince them through many pedagogical sessions. So what happened now? I got the children in the beginning, of course, there was the uncertainty I mentioned before. But at the same time, they were filled with curiosity in ways that I had never imagined. Instead of being intimidated through, play-based methods, through inquiry-based teaching, through the contribution of arts, so musical and kinesthetic activities, the children became excited. They could ask questions fearlessly, they explored, imagined, collaborated, discovered. Concepts that many considered too difficult suddenly became adventures. Even the theory of relativity, even the most difficult theory can be easily absorbed by children if you have the right ways to teach. Yes. And at the end of the academic year, all children, my students told me that I want to become a physicist and go to CERN. This was the success of the program. Obviously, the program was not about teaching particle physics. to primary students. This was not the goal. The goal is to make students feel attractive with science, to love science at an early age. So this realization transformed not only my teaching methods, it transformed my philosophy of life, because after this, I was actually, we won in the competition of CERN, my primary school here in Greece, among 17 countries. We were awarded by CERN, and after this, I was selected among the best teachers in the world with the Global Teacher Prize, and after all the other awards came. So I understand that now education should never be about transferring information, from one person to another. Education, it's something that can awaken curiosity, can inspire confidence. Even in my international projects there, I faced many challenges. I had to teach students who didn't have water to drink, so I designed a project which was called Water Life, Given and Threat. It was about water awareness. And thanks to this project, we managed to obtain sanitation filter equipment for the students who had to walk about 90 minutes to find clean water to drink. These students learned how to sanitize their water. 6 wells were drilled in areas of Malawi where students didn't have clean water. So I always try, to implement impactful programs, because teachers are the brain changers and life changers, are those who can transform the lives of children. So this moment planted a seed that shaped everything that followed. Since then, I have implemented many STEM programs all around the world. Here in Greece, after this, I became a detached teacher in the Greek Ministry of Education, Directorate of Education, Technology and Innovation. And from this position, I designed many innovative STEM projects for Greek schools. So it eventually led me towards more global humanitarian projects, more educational innovation, astronomy outreach, mentoring girls also with STEM, creating opportunities for children across cultural communities. Yes.
Amazing. So you have many defining moments, and as we know, these often become the turning points that shape our purpose.
Yes, yes.
Now, just reflecting further on that, Dr. Lampou, how has your personal journey influenced your understanding of growth, purpose, and resilience?
Yes. A personal journey, as I mentioned before, completely transforming the way I understand purpose, resilience, because life taught me that these concepts are not theories, they are lived experiences. And they are not developed during easy seasons of life. They are always shaped in moments of challenge and transformation. Like many people, I thought when I was younger that progress was a straight path upward. But life and education showed me something very difficult. The growth is rarely linear. Real growth often happens quietly beneath the surface in moments where nothing seems to be changing. It happens during periods of struggle and persistence. And much like planting a seed, it's an invisible process that before taking place before anything blooms. So many of my transformative moments in my life were not just moments of achievement, they were difficult periods. Because sometimes I had projects where did not unfold as I expected. There were ideas that seemed too ambitious. There were moments where balancing responsibilities, humanitarian work, leadership roles, time management. Many times I have, I had to sleep at only 2 hours a day. The research, education, all these things felt overwhelming. However, I slowly realized that challenges do something important. They reveal parts of ourselves so that we might never discover otherwise. So challenges introduced me to resilience, and resilience, I learned, is very different from what people often imagine. Many people think that resilience means being strong all the time, or never becoming discouraged, or never feeling fear. My experience taught me something else, that resilience is not the absence of struggle, it's continuing despite struggle, and it is moving forward while carrying this uncertainty. It is choosing hope even when results are invisible.
For sure.
And maintaining purpose when external validation also is absent. And teaching, for example, children in refugee camps, in underserved communities, in oncology hospitals, in these remote areas around the world changed me deeply to see how these people live there and what is meaningful for them and what it's growth for them. Because meeting children facing circumstances like this, this is the perfect lesson that we can get
So
from the previous.
what would you say to them right now?
I would say not never lose their hope because through education and through resilience they can achieve anything they want to. And I honestly believe that. I mentioned the case of these students in Malawi. And in India also had the same case with another project with the nutrition, with it was a food project. And another one that I mentioned, it's about gender-based violence. I implemented a program which was conducted in Nigeria with girls, and it was very successful because Nigeria has very high rates of gender-based violence there. Very difficult program because students was in a teenage. It was teenagers, so they have already, formed a violent and aggressive behavior. So it was not easy. How to integrate neuroscience there and education, all these things. So I would say not to lose faith in yourself, simply because your journey feels difficult right now. When we are living through challenges, it's very easy to believe that we are falling behind, that others are moving faster, or that obstacles somehow mean that we are not meant to succeed. But the difficult truth is that when we are inside the storm, we really recognize its purpose. Because we often want, immediate answers. We want the stability. We want the reassurance that our efforts will lead somewhere meaningful, but it does not always reveal the destination while we are still walking the path. So just remember that growth happens quietly, and many of the qualities that people associate with us, for example, leadership, determination, or compassion, were not built during moments of comfort. They will be during difficult periods. They were shaped in moments where things did not go according to plan, when they felt tired, when outcomes were uncertain, when continuing required faith rather than certainty. So I would say keep going, continue learning, continue believing. And what feels heavy today may become part of the story that helps another person find hope.
And I know you touch many lives, so there's so much hope and reassurance in what you're sharing right now. Thank you for that.
Yes.
How did writing this chapter impact you personally?
Yes, actually, writing this chapter impacted me much more deeply than initially expected. I thought was simply, meditation and sharing most of my journey. But as I began writing, I realized that I was doing something far more personal, because I was revisiting actually the moments that shaped me, not professionally only, of course, but emotionally and spiritually. Because when we are living our lives, we often move, from one responsibility to another, one project to another, one goal after another. We rarely stop long enough to look back and truly reflect on the journey itself. So writing this chapter gave me that opportunity. It invited me to pause, to remember, to reconnect. And as I revisited different chapters of my life, from my childhood experiences and early struggles to classrooms or humanitarian missions or STEM initiatives, astronomy projects, I realized something profound, that many of the moments that shaped me most were not the moments I once considered successes. There were moments, these quiet moments that I mentioned before. And I also experienced something deeply emotional, that there were memories of students whose faces immediately returned to my mind. Children, these refugee camps, young learners in underserved communities, girls discovering confidence through STEM. I'm part of a very innovative program also, I didn't mention, inclusive program, space program, which was launched by Space Kids India and the India Space Research Organization. And we actually gather 108 countries girls from 108 countries, and we will build satellites, CubeSats, which will be sent to the moon during the next Chandrayaan-4 space mission, historical mission. And this program concerns only girls. It's about empowering young women towards science-related careers. It's about helping them building this confidence through STEM. My journey has been built through thousands of human connections, through students, through mentors, colleagues, communities, collaborators, and people who crossed my path and changed me in ways that may never fully know. This was a realization now, writing this chapter, that my story was never entirely my own. Success is never individual. We rise because others believe in us, they support us, they challenge us, they walk beside us. And perhaps the most unexpected impact was that writing helped me redefine gratitude, because very often we focus on goals we still want to reach, dreams that we continue pursuing, challenges still ahead. But writing gave me the chance to recognize how far the journey had already come.
Yes,
Not to,
sure.
but always with humility, always with humility. And of course, this strengthens my sense of responsibility, definitely.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Dr. Lampou. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us as we come to the end of the show?
Yes. To everyone reading this book, I want to leave you with one simple but deeply important reminder that never underestimate the power of small beginnings. Growth rarely happens loudly. Most transformations begin in moments, as I said before, of healing, of perseverance that nobody else can see. Just like a seed grows on the ground before it ever reaches the light, we are too often growing during the seasons when life feels slow, difficult, and invisible. The obstacles we face can either become walls or foundations, depending on how we choose to respond to them. So do not lose faith in yourself, and whenever it's possible, help others grow too.
Love it. I absolutely love it. Such a nice way to end this show. Thank you so much for that. To the audience, if you would like to be on the Red Corner Show, please drop me an email, redcornershow@gmail.com, and you can be on the show sharing your journey with us as well. If you would like to be in volume 4 of Watering the Seeds, contact me as well. Do not forget to like, share, and follow the Red Corner Show. Your story matters. Until next time, thank you so much and bye.
Thank you very much, because when knowledge is guided by compassion and when purpose is rooted in service, even the smallest seed has the power to transform the world. Yes, thank you. Thank you very
Love
much.
it. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Bye.